Most people moving to San Diego make the same expensive mistake, and neighborhood number 5 is where it happens the most. I've seen buyers regret it within the months. If you're relocating to San Diego in 2026, this video could save you a lot of money, stress, and frustration. I'm not here to talk bad about any area. I'm here to give you real information most San Diego relocation videos don't explain. Hey there, I'm Ozdemir, a San Diego real estate agent who works mostly with people moving here from out of state. I help families, military professionals, remote workers, and first-time San Diego buyers move here the right way, with a clear advice and no pressure. Today we're talking about 5 San Diego neighborhoods you should think twice about if you're moving here in 2026. Not because they're bad, but because many people misunderstood them. Before we start, I need to say this clearly. There are no bad neighborhoods in San Diego, but there are neighborhoods that are wrong for certain lifestyles, expectations, and budgets. Especially if you're relocating here and don't have local context yet. Most people don't buy the bad house. They buy a good house in a wrong location. And that mistake is very hard to fix later. Let's get into it. First one is on the list is the Pacific Beach, also called PB. If you visited San Diego before, you probably love the boardwalk, the beach, and the energy. But many buyers moving from Florida, the Carolinas, Virginia, or the other beach states see the location and think that it's a great deal. You see a condo for 2 blocks from the sand for $800,000 and think that this is amazing. I found a beach property in San Diego. But in 2026, Pacific Beach has a very high number of short-term rentals. What looks like a quiet street can be actually full of Airbnbs. In some areas, almost 40% homes are there as short-term rentals. If you are a working professional or a family moving from quiet, structured area like Arizona, Texas, the weekend noise, people coming and going, and messy trash days can get frustrating very fast. In San Diego, people say PB is where you live when you're 23, not when you're 43. So who this is not ideal for? Remote workers. With many rentals and tourists, internet can slow down at times. There's also constant background noise from the beach, bars, and boardwalk. Families? Yes, there are schools. But the area doesn't feel calm or family focused for $1.5 million home. What to do instead? Coastal areas with more peace. If you want to live near the ocean but still sleep at night, look at Solana Beach or Encinitas. Encinitas feels like a real community. You have restaurants and shops along the Highway 101. If you want larger space, Olive & Hain has larger lots and even horse trails. Lucadia has a relaxed artsy beach vibe. If you commute, Solana Beach is a very smart choice too. There's a coaster and Amtrak station that takes you downtown. But neighborhoods are much quieter and more private. Neighborhood number 2 will be the Gaslamp Quarter. Next is the Gaslamp Quarter in downtown San Diego. It's the center of the city with the historic old buildings, restaurants, and nightlife. If you're moving from cities like New York or Chicago, you probably want walkability. You see a modern loft in the Gaslamp and think this feels like San Diego's version of New York's cool neighborhoods. But here's the most listings don't tell you. In 2026, the Gaslamp is built mostly for tourism. You'll deal with very hard parking, high HOA fees can go over $1,000 a month, and the reality of homelessness in downtown San Diego area. You're paying luxury prices, but sometimes it feels more like living in a hotel than living in a real neighborhood. Who's this not ideal for? Dog owners. There's no yard. Your dog walks on the sidewalks only. And people who want quiet. You'll hear trolley bells, music from the bars, and nightlife almost every weekend. What to do instead? City life without the chaos. If you want city energy but still want peace, look at the Little Italy first. Little Italy is one of the best urban neighborhoods in the country right now. It's clean, walkable, and has an amazing farmers market. It feels like a real community where neighbors know each other. And the other option is South Park and Golden Hill. If you want a real house but still want to walk to coffee shops and bars, these areas are great. You'll find older 1920s homes with character. It feels like a Brooklyn mixed with Southern California. Much better for long-term living. Neighborhood number 3 is gonna be the San Marcos, the long commute. Moving north, let's talk about San Marcos. It's one of the fastest growing cities in San Diego County, and many of newer homes are there. If you're moving from larger states like Texas, a 30-mile drive doesn't sound that bad. You see a beautiful 4-bedroom home in San Marcos for $1 million and think, it's only 35 minutes from my office in La Jolla. But in San Diego, that 35 minutes can turn into 90 minutes with traffic. The I-78 and I-15 area is one of the most crowded traffic spots in the country. By 2026, with more people going back to office, that commute can be very stressful. You didn't move to San Diego to spend more time inside of your car than at the beach. So who is this not ideal for? Daily commuters. If you work in central San Diego or near the coast, this drive can be exhausting. Unless your job is in North County like Escondido, Vista, or Carlsbad. Think carefully. What to do instead: suburbs closer to the jobs. If you want a family-friendly neighborhood but need to stay closer to the coast and work, look at Scripps Ranch or Carmel Valley. Scripps Ranch area feels calm and full of trees. It sits a little higher, so it gets nice breeze. The schools are highly rated, and many people buy here and stay long term. Carmel Valley is another option. This is a very popular choice for people relocating to San Diego. It's between the beach and the tech and biotech offices. You're about 10 minutes from the ocean, but you still get the safe and organized community feel. Neighborhood number 4 is gonna be the East Village, still changing area. So now let's go back to downtown to East Village. This is the area around Petco Park. You'll see a lot of new buildings, new condo projects here. Many buyers see new construction and think that it's a safe choice. But East Village is still changing. One block can feel modern and expensive. The next block can feel empty or unfinished. If you're moving here and don't know the area well, some streets can feel very different from the others. And also during Padres game at Petco Park, the whole area gets very busy. Parking becomes so difficult, traffic increases, noise goes up before and after the games. It's exciting if you love baseball, but if you live there full time, it can be tiring. It's not bad, but it's not fully settled yet. So who's this not ideal for? First time San Diego buyers. If you're not used to the big city living, East Village can feel a little rough or overwhelming. What to do instead? More established urban areas. If you want a city living and more stable neighborhood, look at Mission Hills or Bankers Hill. Mission Hills, one of the most established neighborhoods in San Diego. It sits on a hill with views of the bay. You'll see beautiful older homes, walkable streets, and great restaurants. It feels solid and long-term. Bankers Hill, this area sits right next to the Balboa Park, the largest park in San Diego. You get trees, views, and calmer city feeling. It feels urban, but much more peaceful. And neighborhood number 5, it's gonna be the El Cajon. Finally, let's talk about El Cajon. This is where you get the most house for your money in San Diego County. You can find a 3,000 square feet home with a pool for the price of much smaller home closer to the cost. On paper, it looks like a great deal. But here's what many buyers don't realize. San Diego has different microclimates. The weather changes depending on how far inland you live in. When it's 72 degrees on the coast in La Jolla, it can be 85 degrees or more in El Cajon. So while you're getting more space, you're also getting much more heat. If you move to San Diego for mild weather and outdoor living, the summer heat in East County can feel intense. It's not bad. It's very different from the coastal lifestyle most people imagine. Because of that heat, El Cajon is not the best fit for everyone. If you enjoy hiking, gardening, or spending time outside in the afternoon, the inland sun can be strong during the summer months. Homes here also rely heavily on air conditioning, which means your electricity bill can be higher than homes closer to the coast. So yes, you get more house for your money, but you have to be able to comfortable with warmer temperature and higher energy costs. If you like the idea of more space and better pricing, but want slightly milder weather, there are some other options. Rancho Penasquitos is inland, but still close enough to feel some coastal breeze. the schools are highly rated, and you usually get more yard space. It also tends to stay cooler than deep East County. Spring Valley is another option to consider. You can still find a good value, more space there. Some areas have nice views and quieter streets. It's still warm, but generally not extreme as El Cajon, and you're closer to downtown and the coast. So we've talked about where you might want to be careful. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these neighborhoods was on your list? Comment below, I read every comment. If you tell me the exact area or street, I'll tell you if it's a good move in 2026 based on what's happening right now in San Diego. Now, this is the most important part of the video. This is the system we help to use people moving to San Diego choose the right home. If you follow these 4 steps, you'll avoid 90 of the relocation mistakes I see every year. The number 1 will be the 10-mile triangle rule. In San Diego, we don't measure life in miles. We measure it in traffic at 5 p.m. So think about 3 most important places: your office or your work location, your lifestyle spot, it's gonna be a beach, gym, golf, hiking trail, and your daily stop like school or grocery that you like. Put those 3 on a map. If each one is more than 10 miles apart, you may start to feel disconnected from the San Diego lifestyle you moved here for. Number 2 is gonna be the property tax check. This is where many buyers from other states get surprised. In California, base property tax is usually around 1.25%, but many newer neighborhoods like parts of San Marcos or Chula Vista also have something called Mello-Roos. This is an extra yearly tax for roads, schools, and infrastructure. Some buyers think that they found an affordable home, then later they realize they're paying extra $5,000 to $6,000 per year on taxes. Before writing an offer, always ask your agent for the total tax rate. Number 3 is gonna be the marine layer line. Now let's talk about the weather. If you live close to the coast, the mornings can be cloudy, especially in May and June. That means cloudy mornings that can sometimes don't clear until afternoon. If you need sunshine early in the day, you may prefer living inland, past the 805 freeway, where the sun usually comes much earlier. Number 4 is gonna be the school district rule. Even if you don't have children, you're still buying into a school district. In changing 2026 market, homes in areas known for good schools like Carmel Valley or Scripps Ranch usually hold their value better. Think of your home like an investment account. Buy in areas where schools are strong and stable. If you're moving to San Diego from other state and want help avoiding these mistakes, I offer free one-on-one relocation strategy calls. There's no pressure, just a clear advice. You can book a call using the link below. Also, comment where you're moving from. I read every comment, and if this video helped you, make sure to subscribe. I post new videos every week about moving to San Diego neighborhoods, tours, and market updates, and real cost of living here. This is a big move. Make it smart. Move to San Diego with confidence, not guesswork. I'll see you in the next video.